This is my beer. It's an empty bottle right now. There was a little bit of beer in there, and would you believe that I brew it myself and made the bottle myself? Over the past few months, I have been doing a lot of research about beer because I had COVID and I was stuck in my room and I just wanted to do something, and I had beer on my desk and I thought, wouldn't it be cool if I had my own beer on my desk? So I started to brew beer, and I will show you in this video that whole process to making my own beer, and I named it LUGER, Luke's Lager. It is quite cheap to brew your own beer, but that is provided you have everything you need to brew it. Because once you've bought all the apparatus to brew it, you just need to buy the grain, which is the malt, the hops, and the yeast. And that's pretty cheap. But it's the initial purchase of it, buying everything, a fermenter, hydrometer, a mash tun, like a paddle, the sanitizer. It's all that initial purchase that will cost you a lot. And I've tried like finding a place, and I wanted to get it done ASAP. So I tried finding a place where I could just buy it all, and I ended up finding this place called Hop and Grain, which is in Marrickville, and you can buy everything there. So we're gonna go there right now, and we're gonna buy everything to brew our own beer. Why reckon we just go and we just go see what they have, and then maybe we can ask them what we need. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
We were just looking online to see if we could buy anything to help us brew, and turns out there's this place called the Hop and Grain in Marrickville that we can just go, and they're pretty sure they have everything in store, so we can just get started straight away. We don't have to wait for anything to deliver. So yeah, we're just on our way there now. Super excited if we can get everything in this one purchase, because then we can get started ASAP. I'm gonna ask a lot of questions. I think they're pretty open to like getting people started in the hobby, so I'm gonna ask as many questions as I can. I want to film going and buying stuff. I'm too nervous to like put a camera on their face, so I might just I'm not gonna film that part, but I'll bring the haul back and show you guys after I buy everything. Yeah, super excited. Hopefully it's cheap. Hopefully they help us out, and yeah, I guess it's from here on out we're starting to brew beer. Yeah. Alright, we're here, guys. This is the place where we're gonna get our stuff. Nice. Yeah. Nice. Alrighty. Okay, so we're back from the Hop and Grain brew store, where we've got, essentially this is everything we got. In the video earlier, I was looking at a 25-liter fermenter, but I think we went with the 15-liter fermenter because the lady actually told us that when you're brewing in a 20-liter tin, you will lose a lot of water, so she said 15 liters will be good. We got the tin. This one we got from Kmart. Got the fermenter from Hop and Grain Brewing Company. Got some bottle caps, sanitizer, this paddle. Probably didn't need, but I think it'll come in handy. Got a thermometer so we can check the temperature. Airlock bubbler, I think, to let the CO2 out but not let oxygen in. Hydrometer. Test tube, I think that's for the hydrometer, and then this is the siphon, and it all came around to about 140 bucks. Yeah. Alright guys, so as you know, beer has 4 ingredients: water, grain, hops, and yeast. Now I just wanted to show you what our ingredients are. So we just got tap water. There are many different types of water as well, because water can vary in terms of the pH level, the sediments inside the water, and the temperature. There's also different grains as well out there. There's barley, oat, and corn. There's many others, and there's different hops as well. It's like Halaratu, Cascade, and more. And I don't know much about yeast, but I know there's a lot of different yeasts depending on what beer you're making. Alright, I'll just show you what our ingredients are. We've just got regular tap water. I don't know what the pH level or the sediments inside are, but to me it's just water, so we're just going to be using water. We've also got this big bag of Pilsner malt, and yeah, we're just going to be using this. And then we've got the Halaratu hops, quite a lot. These are not what hops actually look like raw. Like, I believe these are like condensed hops or something like that. But actual hops is like a flour, which I'll show on the screen. And then this is a different yeast, but I think this is for an ale. But we've got a different sachet, which is for lagers. I'm going to use this for my next brew. Alright, so right now we're just filling up the water to 14 litres. We've let it come up to 67 degrees. I'm just going to put this in here now so I can pour my grain into it. Here's the grain. Yeah. Hey guys, so here I am mixing my Pilsner malt in the mash tun. And yeah, so this is the first time I've ever done this before, just brewing. Look at that, that's the malt right there. We're just trying to extract the sugars from the malt, so that way the yeast has something to feed on and give us the byproduct of alcohol in beer. We're making a lager for our first time because it's winter and lager is best to make in winter. It's a dark beer. It should ferment at a temperature of around about 15 degrees to 20 degrees. We've just brought the water up to 68 degrees. I'm just going to leave it here for about an hour while mixing it, making sure we extract all the sugars from the malt. Once this is done, we're going to drain it and get that nice sugary water, which is called
wort.
Wort, that's the word for it. It's called wort, and then we add the hops, and then after we submerge the hops and get the flavour, the hops will add the bitteriness of beer, and then after that we will add the yeast and ferment it. Yeah, stay tuned. This is day one of making LUGER, our first lager.
Hey!
Alright, so we're still working on it. Still working on the mashing process. Just want to take you over here just so that we remember. But this number is on 2 because that keeps the temperature at a perfect 68 degrees. And that's what we want it at when we're doing this Pilsner malt mashing. Also, we brought it to 100 degrees to kill the bacteria in the tin, and then we let it cool down to 68, and that's when we put it on here. Alright, so right now we're going to be sparging the grain. So what that is basically is we're going to take the grain out, lift it out of the big bag, and then we're just going to, because it took about 4 litres, it's going to take about 4 litres of water with it, so we're going to wash down the bag with some water that we're heating up to the same temperature as that. So this is the sparge process, because we're going to fill this back up to 16 litres. Okay, it was originally at 16 litres, but now that's 18, but it was originally at 16 litres, but once we lift all the grains out, it'll go down to 12 litres. Alright, here we go. Sparge process right now. Here's where we lift this whole thing up. Take it out. Yep, thank you. We're at the 14 litre mark. We can fill it back up to 16 litres. Just want to let this drain. Just gonna squeeze it in. Get as much as possible. No, I seriously have no idea how I'm going to pour this. I seriously have no idea how I'm going to pour it on.
Ooh, great job.
Oh, it is working quite well. Perfect. You probably can't see, but we're just at 16 litres. I don't actually know what to do with the grain, so I'm just going to put it in here. Alright guys, now we're just bringing it to a rolling boil before we add the hops in. There it is there, you can't really see much. But yeah, we just bring it to a boil and we're going to add the hops in later. Okay, so right now we've got the hops all measured out. We've got the first bunch here is 12.5 grams. And then next is 7.5 grams, 7.5 grams. This one's going in at the very beginning, straight after we sparge. And then this one's going in at 20 minutes left and then at 5 minutes left. Excited for that. This adds the bitterness to the brew. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so it's reached a boil now. If you can look inside, it's a rolling boil. It's pretty fucking big. I'm just gonna pour the hops in now. That's it. Alright, so now we've just finished 60 minutes with the hops, and we just put it in the sink with some ice just to cool it down. And yeah. Now just gonna wait for it to get to the right temperature. Alright, so we just let it cool down to the ideal temperature. It took so fucking long, so we've kind of got it at the upper range, but we're just gonna pour it in that fermenter right there. Shit, I hope I don't spill this. I don't know how good it is. Okay. Beautiful. We're making a lager, so the yeast point is from this packet here. I don't know if you can see, zoom into there, 12 to 18 degrees. Now this is the stuff that is going to eat all the sugars that we've just put in there, and a byproduct of the yeast eating the sugars is CO2, which is the carbonation, and alcohol. And so there it is there, just gonna have a look at it. This is alive. This yeast is alive, and it will be doing the eating for us. Just gonna pour it in.
Whoa. It's alive now.
Yep. And I think as soon as you pour the yeast in and the fermentation process begins, it officially becomes beer and not wort. So it was wort before, but now it's just beer. So I'm just gonna go on and sanitize this, and I'm gonna mix it. The final mix before we put the lid on and let it ferment. And now after we put it on, we're gonna let it ferment. We're gonna make sure it's airtight. I'm gonna use this
air bubbler.
Yeah, I think it's called an air bubbler. Just put water in there to make sure that no oxygen gets in, and then that should let some CO2 out but not let oxygen in. Alright, so we brewed on Monday. It is currently Wednesday. It's been about 48 hours since we brewed. If you want to come look here, some reason the water level just keeps like fluctuating, and or you know, depending on how you shake it around or something. I don't know what is up with that. I don't know how to use this thing properly, but I'm gonna just have a quick taste test 48 hours after the brew. I believe all like this gunk is at the bottom, so I don't know what I'm gonna get out here. This is the first release. Just gonna do a little bit. Okay.
Oh.
It looks disgusting. Yeah, it smells like beer.
Can I smell? Can I smell?
I'm just having a little sip. I'm not gonna.
Oh shit! You can smell the alcohol.
You can now. Tastes like beer. It just tastes like beer. I don't.
Does it?
It's very bitter.
Yeah, we got lager.
It's not bad. I think if we can get rid of that disgusting look, I can also taste like a little grain. If we can get rid of that disgusting look, it should be alright. But I think it's just because we got it from the bottom, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, it's not bad. I'll get back to you in the future. Alright, so right now it's day 9 of the fermentation process, and we've got to bottle them, as you can see by all these bottles and caps. But we haven't actually cleaned the bottles. I forgot to clean the bottles. I should have done it like ages ago, because we got to let them dry as well before we put the beer in there. I'm not sure if this is enough, so I've also got some old bottles here that we have to clean as well. Some long necks. And yeah, so we're going to clean them with hydrogen peroxide and sodium bicarbonate, or water. I forgot what the other ingredient was. I'm gonna go fact check that for you right now. Just water and hydrogen peroxide. I think that should clean the bottles. Also, my lovely nonna used to make wine and tomato sauce back in the past, and she has nicely donated us this bottle capper. But yeah, we'll be capping with that. I'm very excited. But I'll let you know later once I've done cleaning. Just before we do the bottling process, we're just going to measure with the hydrometer the gravity of the fermented beer. Also, I'm not quite sure because there's a lot of murk there. I don't know if we're going to get the right. It might be very murky. This beer.
Oh fuck yeah! Shit, it's so murky.
It's very bubbly. Doesn't look bad. It looks pretty good.
Yeah, it's so bubbly though.
Okay.
Smell it?
Oh, it smells so good. It smells really good.
Can I?
Yeah, you have a smell. What is that? Looks like it's bang on the 10 there. Alright, so we've worked it out that for these 355ml bottles, we need half a teaspoon of sugar in each, just to allow the carbonation for the next 2 weeks. And we've actually fucking nailed the final gravity. It's at the perfect place that we want it to be right now. And the beers are currently at 3.5% alcohol, which is pretty good. And over here, it tastes so good. It doesn't look that good. Just gonna use a funnel, put it in, and fill up each one of these beers with half a teaspoon of sugar, just like that, just to allow some carbonation. Okay, we've just finished filling up all the bottles with sugar, but now we're going to open this up and see what it looks like at the top.
Woohoo! That's That actually looks like beer.
Yeah, the top looks much better.
Oh my god, it smells like beer.
But yeah, I'm not sure if we should take it from the bottom or try and pour it in. That's gonna be an effort because I don't want to get any of the murk at the bottom. I know there's a lot. Or maybe we'll use a cup. Might use a cup. Alright, so we're just we're pouring it in now. We've sanitized this, so if anyone's gonna hate, we have sanitized this.
Yes.
Hope this doesn't fall in. We've got heaps left. We did not think it would be this full.
Go.
Alright, so we finished pouring all the bottles in. If you want a pan over there, we finished pouring all the beer in the bottles. I just wanted you to take a look at what disgusting murky shit was in this. I think that's all like the yeast just that's sitting at the bottom there. I'll touch it around for you guys. Can you see that?
Ew.
It's disgusting. I don't even know what that is. Just thought I'd show you that, but now we're going to get on to capping. So here's the caps we bought. These are plain gold caps. I'm going to open them now. There we go. First cap. Put it on here. And thank you to my nonna for providing this bottle capper. Never used it before, I have no idea. Oh, okay, I really thought I had to find the right point. Oh, yeah, that was pretty easy. And then you're supposed to just turn it up and down, just to get all that sugar movement. Alright, these are all the bottles. I'm just going to leave it in my wardrobe just here. We're just going to let it sit there for 2 weeks before we open them and taste them.
Yay, you excited?
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks. We're going to taste the beer. It's very cold tonight. I'm just going to grab one.
We're drinking straight warm beer. We're not putting it in the fridge.
Oh, it's pretty cold, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Got my favourite bottle opener. Did you hear that? It's carbonated, I think.
Sorry, I was nodding my head, imagining that people can see it.
Yeah, look.
Ooh.
Wait, let's go get a cup.
Go.
Okay, it's kind of bubbling a little bit too much there. We're just gonna pour it in. See?
Ooh, wow. Okay.
Wow, that is actually really good. It's not like as bitter as other lagers. That's really good. Wow, that's actually really good. It looks very bubbly, but it's not really that. It goes down very well. That's good. You have a taste. Yeah. You still filming?
Yep.
Yeah. Cool. I'm very happy with my first beer. Anyway, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the whole journey of LUGER, my first ever beer. And I cannot wait to share these with my friends and family and see what they think. Cheers.
Cheers.
First brew. What are your thoughts?
It's a good beer, Lou. Well done.
Good beer.
Very well done.
Tastes like beer. Pretty new beer. LUGER, yeah. Get the lager.
Roseberry.
Oh, I stopped it at the perfect time.
It's good.
Yeah. You like it?
It's alright. This is a significant beer.
Is it? I just found it in Rosebery. How good is that?
Filming me.
Is it a Rosebery owned beer? Marcelo, just tell me the taste of this beer. What do you reckon? And we'll try and match it.
Tastes like beer.
Is it good?
It's decent beer.
Okay, that's good.
We can definitely do better.